What's going on, guys? So today we are going to be replacing the little volume button here. This one actually looks perfect. This one is definitely showing signs of wear. So let's go ahead and get the process started of replacing this button. What we're going to want to do is disconnect the negative terminal of the battery. Let's just go ahead and lift up your mat. Make sure this is all unlocked. I think we should be able to lift up on this, and from there I'm going to remove this piece, take that out, go ahead and just kind of lay everything back here, and over here is your battery. So we're going to want to loosen up and remove this negative battery terminal. So there was a panel over here, I removed that, and that gives me access with my wrench to go ahead and loosen this thing up. So let's go ahead and get that loose. Just disconnect that. Good. Now the next thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to remove these panels here on this side and the opposite side. So what we can do is, I got a little small flathead and I'm going to just pry outwards. So here we are on the driver's side. The spring that you want to push in is this metal piece right here, but that's what you want to push in, and that will loosen up the airbag on this side. And then obviously we'll do it on the other side, and that will allow you to pull the airbag off. Around to this side, same deal, pull it back there. So we're here on the passenger side of the steering wheel, and just for clarification, the spring that you want to be pushing in is actually right here. So this spring right here, this little metal piece, you want to be pushing that in, and that'll actually loosen it up right there. So as you can see, as we did that, now she is loosed. So next, we're going to want to undo this Phillips head and then that one, and that will allow us to get to this. So now that we have those screws loose, we're going to want to pop this little trim piece off here. Try to pull on that. So now that we have this thing popped out, first thing we're going to want to do is cut off that zip tie that is being held right there. So we'll just go ahead and cut that, and that'll loosen it up. And then we can get this off the clip. Next, we want to pull this plug out, which, as you can see, I already kind of got it loose. But what you want to do is either use a pick tool or a little flathead. You push down on this tab, and that will allow the button to come out and come loose. So here she is. Now this is out. The next step, we're going to remove these little tiny screws in the back. There's 4 of them, 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's go ahead and remove those. Now that we have those screws loose, we can pull this off. Just set that aside. Now to get this off, we just have to remove these 3 screws, all in the white plastic pieces. So that one, and that one. So let's go ahead and get those removed. We have those off. Pull this out here. You can see there's your old button, and it's just sitting on there. So now that we have the old button off, these are the ones that I bought. Just got them off eBay. Not anything crazy. I'm pretty sure it all comes from China. Let's see here. We'll open this up just so we can see what the new ones look like. Yeah, there we go. There's 1, 2. So this is the first one we're going to replace. And you can just kind of grab it here. So this is going to be the first one that we're going to replace. So let's take a look at this. And it looks like we can just kind of put it on there like that. And see what it looks like on the other side. There we go. So as you can see, button looks nice and fresh. Much better than before. So now we can just put everything back together and we'll be good to go. Next, we can just plug this back up. So that is plugged in. And we can just, there's a hole. Okay, so check that out. That looks much better. So now we can put our screws back in, top and bottom, and then we'll do this side. Now that this is all back together, we can start on this side. So we'll just go ahead and kind of move the airbag over to the side here. Now we can kind of just pull outwards. Also, disconnect this. Remove that zip tie. It's holding that cable together. And we can kind of get access to that button. Since this does not look the same, undo these screws, let it come apart, and remove it that way. So this one doesn't look quite as easy to remove, so we kind of got to do it while everything is up here. At least that's just how it's looking to me. If there's another way, please let me know in the comments. You know, this is just a little thing that, you know, kind of bothered me, and figured if it bothers me, it probably bothers somebody else. So now that that is loose from that, we can just undo again the 3 screws only where the white plastics are. So there's 1, 2, 3 right down there. So let's go ahead and undo those. Okay, so there's 1. Actually, this looks like a plug. Okay. So that at least unplugs off to give us a little bit more leverage and room. So we'll do this one. And then this one. Okay, now that that one's loose, let's get the screw out. Okay, well, there's the old one. We'll just put that over here. So here's the old one, not bad at all, but like I said, we're replacing them anyway, so we might as well just do them all at once. So we're gonna grab our new button here and So where this ribbon is, that's where the top is. So we will just kind of lay this right there. You can see there's a little nub on the white plastic piece, and there's a little hole for the rubber, so you can just kind of align those just to kind of guide it and give you an idea where it needs to be. But pretty much now we can put this all back together. So it's gonna be kind of weird because it's upside down, but that's okay. Let's see, just line up your holes. It's back together. I put all my little screws in here, but pretty much the thinner ones are the ones that go here. So we will just So now you can start aligning everything back up. Everything looks good, feels good. Okay, now we can kind of hear it click. Now it's back in place. So now we can go ahead, reconnect our battery and just make sure everything works. Battery reinstalled, everything is good. Go ahead and put your trim pieces back on here. Just have to remember, yep, like that. And then this one goes on like so. Perfect. Start the car back up. Okay, everything is on. As you can see, volume controls, everything are still working. Trip, display, you know, temps, yep, everything is perfect. Looks like everything is working as it should. So that is great. Perfect.